Back with more Isaac. Originally, I was going to play some Ember Knights for today's stream, but honestly, with the progress we made with the save file, hang on, let me adjust this. With the progress we made off the save file last stream, I kind of wanted to keep the train going. And once again, before we get into the game, we gotta do some talking. See people joining the stream. You know how it goes. No one's even here yet. I'm talking to no one. I don't really care. No food to review this time. For those of you watching on YouTube. I believe the second run from last stream should be up by now. The one where we beat Mama's Magdalene. Today we're gonna go in, see how far I can get his cane. I realize it looks like I'm a floating head right now. Because the dark mass of my clothes kinda blends in with my hair and my already dark background. I'm just gonna go with that vibe. 1 second. Gotta clean my glasses. You're not allowed to see my eyes unless it's a serious stream. You know, I've seen a lot of talk about Movie Bob again recently. The Movie Bob discourse seems to have reignited. And for a while, I had no idea why people don't like him. I kind of figured he fell off the face of the internet in 2016, so learning he's still making content was kind of a shock to me. So I felt the need to look up why people don't like him. I figured he did something, you know, like he did something real bad. And that's what kind of ground people's gears. Then I find out people just hate the guy because he's like perceived as cringe and he has a little bit of a high opinion of himself. Which, like, I guess fair, but all like the talk in video essays and all the other nonsense I see about people discussing Movie Bob comes from him just kind of being a little self-absorbed and cringe. Really? Like that's it? Like, it was unbelievable to me. Like I'm a little cringe. Arguably, I'm also a little self-absorbed. I'm willing to admit that. Are there going to be like, if I happen to get big on Twitch somehow, are there going to be 10 billion video essays about me? I wouldn't be a fan of that. I don't think I'm an interesting enough guy for that. 1 second. Go hang now. Let me account for this. I just bit it off. Nah. Like, it feels kind of ridiculous that this one guy, just by being perceived as like, annoying, essentially, has drummed up so much talk about him over the past few years. Do these people not have anything better to do? Like, I'm not trying to defend them. Like I said, I haven't really been into Movie Bob since like 2016. But it feels a little silly that someone who, as far as I can tell from looking into it myself, that doesn't seem to have done anything like wrong but have perceived bad opinions, has drummed up so much like hate over the years. Should we not direct this ire towards those more deserving? You know what I mean? Towards people who've actually done the bad things. No, there's plenty of people on YouTube right now who are openly Nazis, who are openly supporting the genocide ongoing in Palestine being waged by Israel. There's plenty of people contributing to active harm on Twitch. Why? I'm not, well, probably on Twitch, but I meant to say on YouTube. How come so much time is wasted on people being who are perceived as, you know, cringe and having bad opinions? This feels ridiculous to me. It feels pretty silly. It feels like a wasted, valuable time and effort. I don't know. Like I'm not like a genius. I don't know all there is to know about Movie Bob. Maybe he's done some bad things, and maybe I'm wrong. I couldn't find any examples of that from the admittedly short time I spent looking him up. I don't know. I mean, he's posted some videos pretty recently. I think he posted one about the new Joker movie, which is another thing where it's like there's been so much fucking talk about it. And I assumed again it was because something horrible happens in the movie, but apparently it's like, just because like some people think there's too many songs. And it's like, could we like focus on interesting points of conversation then? Like, can we steer our focus away from like I just kind of don't like this to like this is actively bad or there's a problem with this, Because like it gets kind of exhausting seeing the internet go off about at large. Because like if it's just a few people online or just like one particularly popular post, that's one thing. Like obviously that's not much to get annoyed at. But when it's like everybody everywhere won't shut the fuck up about one of the most like pointless minute details in history, that kind of grinds my gears, I gotta admit. That kind of upsets me. That kind of is like annoying to see. Especially when it's a bunch of like grown adult hanging out. There we go. Grown adults. You have to watch this keyboard now. Alright, I can do that after the stream. Hello, viewer. I don't know who you are, but I hope you enjoy the stream. Let's get into some Isaac now, shall we? It's enough rant. That's enough ranting. Okay, I don't know why Firefox just came up on my screen. You probably didn't see that. We're gonna take a tally all the way over to the gaming file. Gonna go for a new run. We're gonna play as... Oh, I've been on normal? We're going on hard. That explains why that run was so easy. We're gonna be playing as Kane, since we just unlocked him. The game just got a whole lot easier. Hopefully, the next character we unlock will either be Azazel or Lazarus. Actually, hopefully Lazarus, because then we have a shot at unlocking... Well, actually, either of them, because either of them could help us unlock a new character. But I'm more interested in unlocking Bethany than I am Lilith at the moment. I've kind of come around on like whether or not Lilith's a bad character. I've kind of come more on the side of like she's definitely a character you have to play a very specific way, which means like she's kind of fucked if she doesn't get the right items. Like I don't consider her a great character or anything, but I'm willing to admit I've been a little hard on the character, and it's not entirely deserved. I'm taking a lot of damage I really don't need to be taking. That's on me. Yeah, I'll take a shot in her eye. Alright, yeah. So Kane starts with Lucky Foot, which I'm pretty sure makes it so that any pill you pop... I haven't played as Kane in a while. I usually play as like... Well, as of recently on my main save, I've been playing a lot as Blue Baby, because I'm just trying to get some completion marks done with him. I don't really play as Kane too often. My main character I use is typically Lazarus if I'm not going for like completion marks and just want to get some runs done. But yeah, I'm pretty sure part of what makes Kane so powerful is his ability to just pop pills. Gonna destroy this keeper. Became spiders, alright. My aim is awful. But yeah, honestly, I kind of find the nonsense run that started yesterday's stream kind of funny in retrospect. I like is how improbably unlucky it was with getting Curse of the Tower and what was it? Curse of the Tower and right, Curse of the Tower and sharded glass in the first two floors. It is a little funny. What are the odds? I might show off some main save later on the stream if we got time for that. Just because I do have some mods that I want to try out. Next stream will probably not be Isaac, unless we unlock some cool characters. Like if we unlock Laz, like I'm gonna do some runs with Laz. If we unlock Azazel though, I'm probably gonna save Azazel runs for a future stream. And like, Azazel's a character, like, he's really powerful, don't get me wrong. He's probably the strongest character, just with, just pure starting kit. But, in terms of, like, playing, I don't find him as fun as I do characters like, Lazarus, or even Bethany is one I particularly enjoy. Not necessarily because, like, easy or not, just I don't like how his combat style is very close range. It's not something I'm particularly fond of. I guess it is a little him being very easy. It takes a lot of difficulty out of the game, at least the earlier stages. He is how I beat the mother fight for the first time. Because, Azazel is strong. But, Azazel runs can still be fun, just for how, like, brutally overpowered Azazel can become. It's still entertaining. There's entertainment in being OP. Alright, let's check out our item room here. I'll take it. No, I'm never going to complain about generation of blue spiders. Nor am I going to complain about slowing enemies down. All things considered, everything's coming up meta so far. I keep forgetting about our range situation. It's not that great. Does inner eye lower your range? I wasn't really paying attention. It definitely feels like range is lower. Well, that was a mimic chest. That's unfortunate. Do I have a nail file anywhere? What's going on with my nails? I just trimmed them. It feels like I did a sloppy job of that now. Meat in the very first room. That's not ideal, but not exactly a run killer either. It's gonna be kind of tedious. Oh, double meat in the first room. Because I should have gathered that from the coins. When I first encountered a meat, I assumed all this red was creep. And not just an effect it applied on the floor. So I was so, like, much more cautious of them than I had to be. What's in you? Alright. Just a mega troll? Or is that a normal troll? It's hard to tell sometimes. But yeah. It did take me a while to get used to all the different enemies, even despite the fact that I'd already spent years watching people like Northern Lion play this game. Also, what's funny is like kind of the cadence I take on stream isn't how I normally talk. I think I mentioned this before, but it's something that just kind of came about as I played the game. Not as I played the game, but when I started streaming, like if you go back to some of my earlier streams, I think the VODs are still available on my channel. You'll very easily be able to see that I sound quite different, and I'm not sure like why. Like a switch seemed to just flip one day, and now whenever I stream, I gotta take on this tone of voice, take on this cadence, take on this intonation. It's a little strange, but that's what we're riding with. It's not like it's hurting anybody. Runs are going kind of well. If I hadn't taken so much unnecessary, well, that was just me being stupid. If I hadn't taken so much unnecessary hits, but definitely not going as good as things were yesterday. Though we did get a far more forgiving first room, fortunately. Maybe this is just my punishment for calling Kane easy mode earlier. Maybe the game heard me and it's a little upset that I said that. Harley Quinn, not a bad starter at all. Not my favorite familiar, but not a useless one. It's really helpful for rooms, actually, like this one specifically. With sort of tightly packed enemies that Harley Quinn can easily hit multiple of. Also, you know, the wider shot radius means you don't have to be quite as attentive. There we go. Alright, that's a hangnail taken care of, finally. Alright, I definitely want that jar of hearts, so we're gonna hope we can get some money. That's a good start. I'll take flat penny. No real reason not to. Alright, so we're not gonna get any money. Here, we're gonna fight Larry. Let's keep trying to go for the head or the back. Oh, that's what I wanted to avoid happening. I guess we gotta roll with it now. Let's try not to let them split up too much more. Not that it'd be a hard fight either way, but, you know, we don't need to make it more difficult. Why let the fight get harder? It doesn't have to, even if it wouldn't get too much harder at the end of the day. Not sure what unlocked Butterbean. Honestly, I still don't know what actually causes a lot of the items in the game to unlock. A lot of these just kind of happen. Alright, I guess that's all we can manage on this floor. Hopefully, we can get a mom's heart kill in on this run. Not that I'm holding my breath. We don't exactly have a bunch of the strongest items in the game unlocked, but you know. This is Isaac. Anything's possible. Part of the kind of joy of this game. Alright. Actually, we're gonna see what's in our item room first. I've made the mistake of opening that up and just getting a bunch of useless poops before. And then not being able to open the item room. If we had planetariums unlocked, maybe I would take that chance, but we don't. No, planetariums are like such a cool idea for a room, but I think they're kind of poorly executed because like the items they have are good, but not really good enough to completely ignore an item room by choice. So they kind of end up just being a thing where they either happen by the extremely low chance or just because you didn't get a key on the first couple floors. Like, they're cool, and if there was like more of an expansive way to have good odds of them, like maybe they'd be a lot more like actually useful. But as they stand now, I feel like planetariums are just kind of like wasted potential. Like maybe future updates to the game can make alterations that make them a little more consistent to access, or just rework how you access them entirely. Alright, both pretty worthwhile. Maybe we'll get some money. I just noticed we missed the cursed room. I definitely would have went into that if I still had that soul heart intact. So that's a little bit of shame. Let me pop open chat real quick, see if our viewers said anything. Not as of yet. Alright. I have bad news. It is cursed. I mean, yeah, that's typically how this game goes. But even if we get bad luck on the save file, at least the stream isn't actively decaying before I am very red on camera. Is that just me? Because these classes don't have like an amber tint. It shouldn't be me. Yeah, let's just clear this out. I'll take it. I'll take it. There you are. Alright, we're gonna head into our curse room now. Don't think I don't see you. There are quite a lot of Isaac mods I'm very fond of. I don't usually use them on the streams though, because I do like trying to showcase the games. Let me see if I can adjust my redness here. Yeah, it's a little more on the pale side. That looks good. That looks good. I'll be satisfied with that. Alright, we have enough to at least grab that soul heart. So that'll be... Oh, is that another heart? That is. Alright, I'm glad I checked. And that also reminds me of the treasure room. I almost left without checking that out, but we do have 4 keys on us. So I see no reason not to. There you are. Yeah, honestly, like... Uh, I always think about how negative the immediate reception. I do mean immediate, by the way. Like, first couple days reception of Repentance was. How a lot of people, especially, perceived it as being too difficult. Nice, nice. Honestly, this is the most I've seen a Heavenly Chest pay out in a while. So we're gonna keep it tracking. I think it just heard me say that and now it's done. Alright, what do you do? I don't remember. I'm gonna take you. I have no recollection of what this does. Yeah. Another reason is it is just kind of fun to play without like external item descriptions. See how much I actually just remember. See how well I've learned this game. You know, now that we have Kane, let's start. Hit the donation machine. Because I just noticed we got nothing in it. And let's check out our devil room. I'll take it. And since you're going to get another heart in the next floor, I'll also take that. I just noticed the devil room was actually no. I think it opened because I got goat head. I don't think it was already open. Yeah, having goat head's gonna be a massive boon to this run. I can already feel it. Hopefully, it gives us a shot at brim. Not getting the brimstone run on our, let's say, first successful run as king would be pretty fun. How long does the shield last? Alright, it lasts about that long. Got it. Yeah, Harlequin's putting in a lot of work. I think I might have underestimated it earlier. Harlequin, I think, is doing us a lot of good to have. Overall, I think people are too negative about familiars. People act like the only good ones are Rotten Baby and Low Brim. Well, they're definitely like ahead of the pack. Like they're definitely the best familiars. I think there's quite a lot of good ones, like Harlequin here. Harlequin here is pretty nice. The ladder can be a little awkward to use. We'll take Monstro's Tooth. No free damage is never something I'm gonna complain about. Ow. Not that kind of free damage. Nothing wrong with the speed up. Yeah, speed is one of those stats, like, raising it doesn't really change much to the game. Like, it only really hurts you if it gets lowered. I would say shot speed is another one. Like, how fast your shots actually move, not, you know, fire rate. That's another stat where like it doesn't really matter if it goes up, but it is pretty bad if it goes down. Come on, buddy. All right. We'll pop another experimental pill. We'll take an HP up. We'll pop another experimental pill. We'll take an HP up. Is experimental pill random every time you take it? Because I swear that the first experimental pill we took looked just like that one. And it was the speed up. Like, am I wrong about that? I don't know why I came back here. I don't know what possessed me to come all the way back here. I guess you might as well just find the boss room. Yeah, I got no idea what I was looking for. Though it is looking like there might be a good shot at a secret room. We will give the next room a once over and see how it's looking. I'll take a health up. Kane's probably going to be our main man for a good while now. At least until we unlock Lazarus. As well, I do consider Kane to actually be a little easier than Laz. I have a bit more fun with Laz. I like his mechanic. I think it's more entertaining. I kind of like having to balance, like, you know, trying to stay alive, but also, like, benefiting from his second form, and, like, sometimes intentionally taking on them deaths just to get that damage up. You know, determining when it's safer to do that. Like, sure, you could just, like, not ever intentionally take a death, but where's the fun in that? Like I said last stream, you gotta take risk in Isaac. That's how you get the real fun runs. If you're finding this game boring, it's probably because you're playing things way too safe. Alright, it's just Fistula. Thank you for that, Monstro. This is another one where I feel like Harlequin Baby, you know, now that I think about it, it's probably doing us a lot more bad than good. Because I usually like to try and focus on whittling down Fistula slowly. Instead, Fistula is being destroyed kind of 2 at a time because the Harlequins spread. We'll take Bastion Boy. I almost ran straight into the trap door before checking out our devil deal. Hang on. Now, we're not taking bad PhD, but I'll take the Pact. And we got a Zezel. Alright. Yeah, I still remember what the Pact, actually missing page does. I'm pretty sure this makes it so there's a chance to pop Necronomicon every time we get hit. But, you know, it'll do a little less damage to Necronomicon. Pretty good item, unless I'm thinking of a different one. We got some red boom flies. Some of whatever the hell those things are called. I can never remember. Tumors? I think, are they called tumors, or is that a different enemy? Got a champion boomfly. Alright. Ow. Well, I cleared out the room. We're definitely gonna take this chest. Oh, speaking of boomflies. Yeah, I used to think boomflies were like the most annoying enemy in the game. And like to an extent, they are pretty annoying. But honestly, they're fairly easy to deal with compared to some of the shit the alt path throws at you. Like, probably the most annoying are the fatties that create the quakes. Not the quakes, that create like rock showers every time they jump. What is with all of the boomflies? What did I just get like the yes boomflies seed? I've never encountered this many boomflies in one run. We'll definitely take you. I'll never say no to Dogtooth. Easier secret rooms and tinted rocks is always a plus. You know, I've actually been, I don't have any on me right now, but I've actually been getting back into Gatorade recently. After like 6 years of not really drinking it. I was at work one night and I was feeling a little thirsty. And we had a deal on Gatorades, so I decided, fuck it, I'll just pick one up. So I grabbed the grape flavor. And I actually really liked the taste of it. It gave me a little bit of energy, but, you know, I was mainly just wanting something to drink. So, and it definitely accomplished quenching my thirst. So I've been drinking a lot of Gatorade, mostly just the grape and the sour apple flavor, which, I don't know. Is it just me or does Gatorade, like, taste a lot different than it used to? Like, is it just because I haven't had it in some years? Or has it genuinely changed, like, dramatically? Like, I can't, you know, obviously tell. But, like, it tasted, like, way different than I remember it tasting. I don't know. Like, it had a very, like, very sweet, like, not at all chemically taste, like what I remember it tasting like. I remember Gatorade being very bitter when I was growing up. I remember it being, like not, like, you know, sour or anything, but I remember it having a very harsh bitterness to it, which I found a little unpleasant as a kid. Like, obviously, you know, I still drank it because I was a kid and I was a lot more active back then. I needed that hydration, but definitely wasn't A plus tier drink for me. Um, yeah, I think better keep Monstrous Tooth. I'm just gonna pop all this into the donation machine. Nice, nice. Hopefully we can unlock better shops sooner than later. You know, I'm gonna try getting that like all the way up to like 1,000, I think. Actually, it's 999 before I ever like start blowing it up. Oh, oh, is it over here? It is. We're kind of bomb rich right now, so we're gonna blow up all these boys. Alright, no keeper heads, that's unfortunate. What's the odds of the keeper head? It's like 1 in 200, I think, right? Like I always try and get keeper's head. Not that it's like an amazing item or anything, but it's just nice to have. You know, like extra coin generation is never going to be a downside. It is kind of funny that neither Tainted Keeper nor the regular Keeper character actually have the effects a Keeper's head, like by default. Like I always found that kind of amusing. Like you would think the character named Keeper, like I get it, it's Shopkeeper's head. And like Keeper is based on a Shopkeeper, and I'm pretty sure Keeper's head was added in the base game, like in Rebirth, and not in Afterbirth when Keeper became a character. So like I understand that it wasn't like actually meant for him, but you know, he's already named Keeper, he may as well have the Keeper item. Nice. I will take the red hearts. Almost forgot to grab the soul heart. Why did I blow these up? I forgot I had ladder. I didn't need to do that. That was a waste of... I mean, I guess we have an excess of bombs. It's not that much wasteful. Alright, we're going to be fighting the Fallen. The Fallen's an interesting enemy, because it can be a floor boss in, I think, caves. I think it can also be a floor boss in Womb. And in depths. Which I don't think is something that can be said of anyone else. I will take Dark Bomb. Not that I'm gonna grab my hearts immediately. I could do a really risky play right now. And I'm gonna. Oh wow, that works kind of funkier than I thought it would. And I'm also gonna grab Low Brim. Oh, he doesn't work at all like I thought he would with this. I thought he would fire towards our Eye of the Night. But that isn't anything like what he wants to do. Alright, that's disconcerting. Well, now I'm really hoping we can get Brimstone. Because I realized I've only ever actually used Eye of the Night on Azazel, who it works almost completely differently for. Alright, nice to finally see you showing up. Okay, so if we just hold the direction, we can use it like normal tier, so I guess it's not that much of a problem. Alright, so that was a bad call by me. I made a lapse in judgment, one would say. Not of the continuous and severe variety, though. Actually, fuck it, we're taking this. We already get the dog tooth telling us where secret rooms are. There's no reason not to get more of them. I'm actually one of the reasons I'm currently glad I'm wearing the glasses is because I accidentally hit spacebar. I got a fan blowing on me. I think I'm just a little bit too direct because my eyes feel dry and I'm blinking a lot right now. No. No. Well, I tried. Can't blame the guy for trying. Not sure I'm gonna break this stream up for the video. So I take Bible, or you know what? For my first Mom's Heart defeat, Bible isn't gonna be too interesting, so I'm gonna take Monster Manual. It'd be a little boring just to go in immediately with Bible and just instantly win the fight. I have, I honestly don't end up using Bible very often at all. Like, cause, you know, I actually do like going through those fights. I actually find the It Lives fight pretty fun. Same with, you know, the normal mom fight in Depths. So I don't wind up popping Bible unless I really feel like I'm in jeopardy. Or unless, you know, I'm really trying to, like, get those later completion marks like Isaac or Hush. But even then, like, usually on a fight good enough for me to make it to, It Lives with decent damage. Like, decent enough that I'm even considering fighting Hush. I don't really need Bible. That's another thing with Hush. Like, on a fight where I feel like people perceive that fight as being a lot easier than it is. Because what the hell are you? Because they usually only go to the Hush fight if they already have like a really overpowered setup. So that means they're only ever like actually fighting Hush with their really OP setups. Because it's actually a fairly difficult fight if you have a more moderate setup. Like the more likely kind. But the problem is like there's nothing compelling you to even attempt that fight. Fuck it. Without having a prerequisite really powerful build. So most people I feel who like attempt the hush fight might really do themselves a service in understanding it if they actually went into the fight with less powerful setups. For a few reasons, I say that. Because for one, like they'd be able to learn Hush's patterns, like Hush's attacks, and how to effectively avoid them. Which would also mean they can do the Hush fight more often because they're not entirely relying on overpowered strategies. Which would also help them clear out those completion marks faster. Like, not just relying entirely on being overpowered is a real boon in this game. Oh, I guess that's just called having skill. Right, so far, this weird, almost Steven looking familiar has done us literally no service. I don't understand its purpose. Does it do contact damage or something? Well, I guess we're about to go down to the next floor, so we're not going to find out. Maybe this will be the run that makes it to the womb. We'll see. Oh, right, I unlocked Azazel, which probably, since we haven't got Lazarus yet, I might play Azazel a bit. I wonder if the black hearts Azazel starts with count towards the spirit hearts you need to unlock Laz. I don't actually know that. Usually, on my other files I've played, I usually wind up unlocking Lazarus before Azazel, so I've never really had an opportunity to find out that information. No. Oh, uh-oh. You know what? I'm just gonna throw this run so we can do Azazel. No. Wrong button.